Yoshi versus Daisy. This ain't your grandmother's Mario Party, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, this is Counterpunch the character on either side, with Daisy with the ability to float out of floating out of hit stun or floating out of any sort of double jump. Then you put out a nair. Sora J as well, an insanely good Daisy in and of themselves. And then Tabsoda on the other side, you have that double jump armor. You have Yoshi's frame-free nair. Trying to fastball air dodge early is never usually seen as a great start.
A great start indeed, as we're going to press some buttons here. We're going to make some magic happen. You can hear some people pressing them buttons. It looks like, look, I don't know if people can see this at home or not. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
buttons are being pressed.
We're seeing Turnos forward a parry on the egg as a nair comes down. Tabsoda is still trying to swing massively out of dangerous situations, but down at 100% at this rate. A down air off the top, getting a little bit too aggressive. But those are those floats out of hit stun. It can de-incentivize any sort of extended advantage state, meaning you have to play to your true combos, and that it's alone.
Every Mario cast member has something crazy to them. They've all been gifted random gifts. I mean, look at that. That's a gift. That Miyamoto blessed that himself.
Okay.
I'm just.
Okay. I really wanted the stock to be completed there. Big Tabsoda fan, that was cooking from Sora. That was nasty.
Sora's kind of a chef.
Kind of looking good. Got the turnip pull as well. Dropping the turn, giving an opportunity for Tabsoda just to toss it down immediately. Trying to get back on with these eggs.
And we're sauntering off back to the center stage there and then turning it back up. Turn up for the turnip.
We're just giving space. Any amount of time where you can get Yoshi out of shield and committing to any sort of movement. Because while Yoshi's acceleration and airspeed is great, sometimes you're able to catch Yoshi off guard by just forcing him to commit to a direction and then looking to punish that direction. In this case, Tabsoda is committing to a lot of early aerials and a lot of short hops, so we're seeing up airs come out. We're seeing those short hop back airs to contest. Tried to find a landing up air, but getting caught by the egg instead there.
The last, like, 20, 30 seconds of disadvantage from Sora J has been phenomenal. Just the way they were just maneuvering around everything, being so careful, so cognizant, finally getting caught by the forward air. The big schnoz of Yoshi comes flying in, and you can only avoid it for so long. Now we're getting a little bit of some combo action from Tabsoda, only 37%. Before Sora J comes in with the back air.
And that's a great example of when being frame tight isn't really beneficial, because Tabsoda recognized that he didn't have any true combos off of that particular up air, so he went for a reset, but Sora was able to play around him going for the reset and find the stock off of it. Like, so unfortunate that Tabsoda is just relinquishing a lot of his control and now is basically forced to just play into Sora J as often as possible to try and make something happen. And Mario characters, all of them, are kings and queens of the counterpunch.
They're royalty for a reason across the board. She got a crown on her head for a reason, and it's just rough. If you're scrapping, if you're beating each other down, it can be a little bit of a headache, because if you're Tabsoda, you're like, okay, how can I get some reliable hits? How can I find something good for myself? I mean, you have a little bit of the advantage there right now. You're throwing in some haymakers, but it's like, can you secure the stock? It's not quite. It's like you need to get yourself on the board. I mean, it's only game one, don't get me wrong. But if you're me, you're like, okay, well, I still have a whole other stock after this, and I'm on death's door.
Yeah, after all this time, like, haven't really felt like you've been able to get any sort of definitive advantage if you're Tabsoda. Meanwhile, Sora is able just to play calm, play center stage, and put out these anti-air up airs, float cancel up air doing so much, and you know what? We're pointing to the sky.
A little bit of flower power for you coming into end of that game. That was just
real
finesse.
Real control.
Patience.
Real control. And one of the best things about Peach and Daisy is the ability to flex your aerials as ground moves with these super low floats. And because Sora J just spends so much time going for these super low to the ground floats or these like falling float cancel aerials, like with the float cancel up airs we've been seeing, timing mix-ups like standing up tilt, which for every other character in the cast would be, just absolutely normal anti-air, become those timing mix-ups for Daisy. And at 180, any sort of mix-up wins you the game because anything takes the stock.
Definitely one of the highest underrated things are timing mix-ups in this game. Everyone thinks about, like, well, I need a different option, but, like, timing is an option. Timing is essential in how you play the game, and being able to float cancel, be able to, like, float delay by, like, a quarter of a second. A couple frames is all you need to find a good hit. If you're smart, if you're cognizant, you have some tricks up your sleeve. So I love when players do that.
Yeah, 10 frames is a long time.
It is an absurdly long time in a game, like, in a fast-paced game where you're scrapping, where you're hitting, where you're pressing buttons. It can mean a whole game difference. 99 to 99. I'm going to keep 100.
Wanted a different sort of time mix up there with the up smash instead, but Tabsoda able to move around it. The parry in order to avoid, but getting the sour spot of up smash.
Still, though, the fact that you're doing that, if I'm Tabsoda, I'm like, okay, trick denied. Did not work.
Yeah. This gambit off the table.
Yeah.
Gotta go pull out a different deck of cards. Gonna need something different.
Woo!
My brother in Christ. Huh?
My brother in Sakurai. What are we doing? What a crazy counter.
Landing counter, anticipating the up.
Oh, hey! That was actually so close to the blast zone. I was about to lose my gourd.
Insane. I'm going insane. Right. Trying it again. I'm leaving.
Absolute sicko mode display from Sora J. That's what I came here to see. I came here to see some MDVA players go nutty.
Oh, missing the turnip toss like on the to go across the stage there as we went back to PS2. There it is, the second time.
Oh!
Misses
Ouch!
the forward air, but calls out the jump instead. Again, anti-air queen.
Frankly, just some demonic callouts. Like, these are sick nasty.
Yeah.
Sora J has the timing of a pure orchestra leader. Just every single quarter note, every single eighth note being caught in perfect measure and perfect timing.
In control with the music and the rhythm of the game. The up air instantly. I think that's the adaptation that Tabsoda kind of has to make at this point. And we saw that a little bit in Stock 1 before Sora just started to run with it completely. Playing with a more layered block string might be the best way in order to get Sora off the spot just a little bit. Like we saw the back air, up airs instead, forward air, nairs. Like those type of things just to try and get Sora to play a little bit too early at a shield might be the way in order to gain some neutral wins, but this game, it's really starting to fall by the wayside. Yeah, counter on the egg. It's a guaranteed hitbox, which means it's a guaranteed counter to proc. And again, any hit that lands at 160, 170, 180 typically just wins you the game.
Yes. Sora J's in such a firm control of the driver's seat of this set so far. The finesse, understanding the options, being patient, understanding the counterplay where needed, crazy call-out options you don't normally expect, but you're like, as soon as you see it, you're like, oh, that makes 100% sense. Now that I've seen it in action, it makes perfect clear sense to me, even though I would never think of it myself. Just the mastery of a character being displayed before our eyes.
When you have like a character that's so good, in Yoshi, I mean, when you have a character that's so good at playing at a shield and just playing on response and on reaction timings and reaction callouts, being able to say, yeah, I'll land and counter. It's like, oh, I guess that makes sense, but like, oh my god.
And as soon as the game starts, we're running at each other and we're scrapping. That's what you love to see for a game 3.
Establish control.
Stunting on him a little bit. What the heck?
That's what all of this does. It establishes control. It's like, hey, you thought you were going to try and reset your timings, reset with the game, with the go, and we're going to play like an honest neutral. No, I'm coming after you. I am in control here.
I am the alpha.
I am the one.
I respect that hustle. And it's just like, if you're Tabsoda, do you have enough time and enough gas in the tank to make the adjustments possible? Because right now, you are game 3 down almost a full stock right now. You're on death's door. One good hit is all it takes. Even though you're trying to control neutral, you're getting parried immediately. You're getting punished immaculately. Sora J understands what needs to be done. That was so close. Why was that close?
So close.
Why was that close?
I don't.
Why was that close?
You're looking for answers that I do not have, and I'm sorry, boss. But Peach's got privilege. Daisy's got privilege too.
I mean, royalty for a reason.
Royalty for a reason. That's all anyone can really say is the another
floating
up air.
too, just to avoid every hit.
We're in a better spot here, though. We're finding chip damage and we're keeping Sora J off balance. Floaties need to feel like they're in disadvantage for long periods of time, especially for a character like Peach. Oh, and we find a shield poke, and Sora J parried the first hit of back air, tried to put the shield in time, but Tabsoda aimed for the head.
Now, Sora J a little bit in the driver's seat. Okay, where are we going with that? We're seeing finesse. Maybe I see the vision, but not quite. Not quite, folks.
Yeah, you're looking for any sort of disadvantage option, but Tabsoda playing a little bit more disciplined in shield,
yes.
Playing a little bit more disciplined on hit as well. Fair jabs that time, trying to keep Sora J off balance by any little bit.
Okay, we're avoiding a little bit. Just the parries, too. It's just
the parries are so good.
The timing on defense, not even just the timing on offense, but the timing on defense from Sora J. You can put on display here.
Everything's immediate. Nice jump call out, though.
Okay, wait. Okay, you didn't even need to do that, but that's you actually saved.
Yeah, the egg pop out
because you get to pop out. I don't know if that was like a full jump, but like, yeah, you pop up. That's actually very unfortunate because that was your stock.
The damage is starting to rack up here, though, but unfortunately the mistech isn't going to seal the stock, though. Is going to be forced to the ledge yet again, something where Tab has been having a struggle getting out of the corner. The shield discipline, though. The shield discipline, let it rain. We are letting Tab do things, and Sora J finds the trade massively positioned in disadvantage. Once again, we go to an even stock count, but Tabsoda finds the first starter.
Angel platform stare down, Uvo. Can you believe it? Who you got? You got your boy on one side, and we got VA's finest on the other side.
This is the best that Tabsoda has got. Starting to really tune into how Sora likes to play, which is on those immediate call-outs in order to find big openings. If you're going to look for parries, Yoshi has a command grab. If you're going to look for big openings, Yoshi has the means to play about you, but if you lose one opening, then suddenly the damage racks up immensely. The grab!
And a little bit of forward smash, a little bit of a noggin. Where are we going? Where are we going?
To recover low.
How are we doing
sort
here?
of egg setups. Instead, we're just playing a honest, like, standard type of disadvantage, but we're landing. We spent all of the resources, and Sora J lines back up what they've been doing so well. All set, anti-airing.
I'm not one of the top players by seeding this competition, but I think a player